When my wife chose her alpha boss over our marriage, one meeting changed how she saw me forever. The sound hit first. A sharp, breathless gasp that wasn't hers alone. I froze in the dark hallway of our home, the glow from her office spilling across the hardwood like a spotlight on a crime scene. My name had been on my tongue, ready to ask if she wanted tea. Instead, I heard his, "Daniel," followed by a low, intimate murmur that made something inside me tear with a physical snap. I didn't walk in. I couldn't. I just stood there, pulse hammering, ears straining as though my sanity depended on deciphering every muffled word. A part of me prayed I'd misunderstood, that my mind, exhausted from weeks of sensing something wrong, was fabricating it. But her laugh, soft and guilty, killed that hope. It was the laugh she used when she wanted someone to feel special. It had been mine once. When the call ended, I stepped back into the kitchen and pretended nothing happened. The kettle screamed behind me, steam rising in frantic spirals. I let it go until the shrillness became unbearable, fitting somehow. She entered moments later, startled to see me. "You're up?" she asked, rubbing her neck, her blouse slightly crooked, her cheeks too warm for midnight. "Couldn't sleep," I said. "Long day." She nodded, avoiding my eyes, but something flickered across her face. A hesitation, maybe guilt. Or maybe I just needed it to be guilt so I didn't feel insane. For weeks she'd been more distracted, more polished, wearing perfume to late-night reports, and smiling at messages she didn't share with me. But when I asked, she brushed it off. "You're overthinking." "I'm just stressed." I wanted to believe her. I needed to. After 10 years together, doubt felt like betrayal in itself. The next morning, she dressed with a nervous energy I'd never seen before. "Important meeting today," she said, smoothing her skirt. "My boss wants to go over the new project in person." "Daniel?" I asked before I could stop myself. She froze. Just for a second. But it was enough. "Yes," she said carefully. "Why?" "No reason." I forced a smile. "Good luck." She kissed my cheek, but it felt like an apology whispered through skin. The day crawled by. My mind kept replaying the phone call, her voice softening in ways it never did for me anymore. I tried working, cleaning, even running, but every distraction dissolved into the same sickening suspicion. She's slipping away. And she isn't fighting it. By late afternoon, I drove to her office, not out of paranoia, I told myself, but to surprise her with dinner, something sweet to rebuild the bridge between us. But when I parked, I saw her through the tall glass windows, standing too close to a man whose confidence radiated like heat. Daniel. Broad-shouldered, commanding, smiling down at her in a way that made her glow with something I hadn't seen in months. She rested a hand on his arm. He didn't move it away. I didn't go inside. I watched, each second grinding deeper into me, until she stepped back and said something that made him laugh quietly. Then she hugged him. Not long, not scandalous, but with familiarity. With choice. When she finally walked toward the exit, I stayed hidden behind a column, heart pounding, breath shallow. She paused on the sidewalk, checking her reflection in the window. She looked lighter, freer. And that was when I understood the real betrayal. Not that she loved someone else, but that she had already left me emotionally long before her lips or hands ever betrayed our vows. That night, when she came home and kissed me hello, I whispered, "We need to talk." But she smiled, tired, distracted, and said, "Later, okay?" Today was big. I nodded, swallowing the truth. Because the twist wasn't that she might leave. It was that she already had. And now I was the one too afraid to let go.